Episode 9 is often described as a film that will be full of twists and turns, as well as surprises by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really intrigued about when it comes to this movie is exactly what J.J. Abrams is going to do in order to really insert a lot of nostalgia and fan service that will not only connect to the original trilogy, but also the prequel trilogy as well. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with a sequence involving both Rey and Anakin Skywalker. Specifically, a description of Rey repairing Anakin's lightsaber hilt. It's described that she is inside of a cave of sorts sitting down by a table. It's described that a shadowy figure looms behind Rey that is the apparition of Anakin Skywalker looming in back of her. It's actually described that as Rey is repairing Anakin's lightsaber, she hears faint voices reaching out to her. The next goes over Rey igniting the saber blade, as it's described to be slightly unstable. It's described that the voices are guiding Rey to repairing the saber correctly. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this that are really getting me very excited about exactly what J.J. Abrams is going to insert into this film, in order to not only connect it to the prequel trilogy era, but to also provide some Anakin Skywalker sequences in the movie. Now, we do know that originally, in Episode 7, J.J. Abrams really wanted to have Anakin Skywalker be a pretty, significant piece in The Force Awakens that never made it to the final cut of that movie. Now, he will be doing that exact thing for Episode 9, where Anakin will basically be this figure looming in the background, guiding our characters of Rey and Kylo Ren in this story, from what it seems. So, the actual Anakin Skywalker lightsaber, as Rey is repairing it, apparently she hears voices of Anakin in the background, as well as there's a figure of Anakin looming in the background within this cave, in which Rey is actually repairing the Skywalker lightsaber. Now, we do know that she's using parts from different hilts, as we went over before in the past, from Ezra's lightsaber and even Ahsoka's old one, that she actually got from the Lost City. Now, the thing that really does intrigue me the most about this film is that J.J. Abrams is really trying to pretty much, honor the character of Anakin and Luke in Episode 9 by not only having them connect to the characters of, let's say, for example, Rey and Kylo Ren, but to also give them a purpose in this story. So when we look at Anakin in the prequels, we do know that, he was a very beloved character by a lot of fans. A lot of people actually do believe that Hayden Christensen, say what you will about the prequels, but at the very end of the day, at least in my point of view, he is Anakin Skywalker. So going into Episode 9 now, we do know that the Skywalker lightsaber is going to be repaired in a very unique way, that it's actually going to have some design changes to the overall hilt. And that, to me, I think is going to be Disney's way of selling new toys and new replicas of the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber that is now Rey's. So the voices of Anakin guiding Rey in order to complete the actual reforge of the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber, I think is honestly a very interesting direction and a different, angle on a Star Wars film. Now, the thing here is this: we do know that J.J. Abrams wants to insert a lot of Jedi and Sith lore, as well as borrow a lot of elements from the EU and Legends material, and by putting that into Episode 9 to make it one of the most unique Star Wars movies to date, at least within the sequel trilogy. So, the character of Anakin, I gotta say, when it comes to mixing Anakin Skywalker with Rey, as well as mixing Anakin with Kylo Ren, it only seems to make sense. And it has been implied before in the past that there is this connection between both Anakin and Rey because of the Skywalker lightsaber itself. The lightsaber is basically a bridge between the two, from what it seems, and that's exactly why she's hearing the voices of Anakin guiding her, and exactly why there's an actual Anakin figure looming in the background of wherever this place really is. So with that being said, if J.J. Abrams can really perform this very well, if he can really insert these scenes and really pull it off correctly, I think it may very well make Episode 9 one of the biggest, legendary Star Wars films in history, if he can really get this down right. Now, the last thing that I do want to go over when we're looking at the concept of Anakin Skywalker being a part of this movie that J.J. Abrams is really toying around with right now by inserting it into this film, is that you can really tell that they're really trying to bring a full end to the Skywalker saga by not only honoring the character of Luke, Kylo, and of course Leia, but also Anakin Skywalker and others. And I think that's honestly a very good thing by JJ that'll make the fans very happy. Now, is a lot of fan service and nostalgia too much? That's where the big question comes into play here, right? As long as they give it a lot of, I guess you could say meaning, purpose, and substance within the sequence, then and only then will actually resonate with fans around the world. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.